Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. You caught me in a little bit of a busy moment. Oh, what am I drinking, you ask? Well, little Timmy, I'm glad you asked. I'm drinking some good old-fashioned DP. I'll just sit down right there and I'll learn you a little bit about the good old history of DP.
Everyone's favorite beverage originated back in the 1800s in good old Waco, Texas, when mad scientist Charlie C. Alderson decided to do a little bit of witchcraft and a little bit of wizardry to create something beautiful. They might have called him Magic Hands Charles because he was able to turn anything he touched into pure joy and bliss. Apparently he came up with the idea to make Dr. P when he realized that he liked the way that the drugstore smelled. So he kept a journal with a lot of his experiments of different flavor combos. This comes directly from the Dr. Pepper Museum, which proves that I'm not crazy, he's actually a mad scientist. That part is true. Fellas would walk into Morrison's old corner drugstore where they'd order a good old-fashioned Waco, which later became known by the name that we know and love today. This name right here. It was first marketed as a drink that aids digestion and restores vim, vigor, and vitality. And you know this guy's a doctor because I only know what 2 of those words mean, and I'm pretty sure the other 2 are complete lies. The official beverage was unveiled at the 1904 World's Fair, which was the first time simpletons like you and I could slurp on the liquid of the angels. If you want to know how ancient the pepper really is, it was this day that hamburgers and frankfurters were first served on buns, and the ice cream cone was first served to the masses. Around this time, they experimented with some more theming and slogans like King of Beverages. They even did some character roleplay with Old Doc, who was kind of like the Monopoly man, but instead of bankrupting you on real estate, he made you bankrupt by making you spend your life savings on flavored sugar water. Drink a bite to eat at 10, 2, and 4 became the new slogan after a contest was held in the 1930s to address the fact that the average adult experiences slog at 10:30 a.m., 2:30 p.m., and 4:30 p.m. And then in the 1950s, they came up with the Friendly Pepper Upper, which I'm pretty sure Bounty stole from them. Keeping onwards, they went through an edgy phase where they adopted the catchphrase, the most misunderstood soft drink. And then they went through an egotistical phrase with the most original soft drink ever in the whole wide world. The newest slogan is, there's just more to it, which honestly is the most boring one so far, and I could do a lot better. What about, put some pepper in your stepper? There's 23 ways to improve your day. Don't be a leper. Drink Dr. Pepper. Drink the doctor in a plane or in a helicopter. Unfortunately for mostly just myself, whose dream it is to create their very own Dr. Pepper, the formula is kept under lock and key. Actually, according to Wikipedia, it's kept under 2 locks and 2 keys in 2 separate halves in 2 separate banks. Meaning I need to assemble not just 1, but 2 teams to heist the formula so that I can, make my own. Many thought that the recipe contains prune juice, and it certainly does not, because Dr. Pepper themselves has said that it's a unique blend of natural and artificial flavors and does not contain prune juice. So that puts the kibosh on that theory. So what those 23 flavors could be, I have no idea, but sugar is probably one of them, and water is probably another one of those flavors. And if I had to keep going, cherry, carboxylic acid, and glucose, which I already said, and then probably maybe like metal, because it can. Some believe that the flavors include almond, amaretto, blackberry, black licorice, caramel, carrot, cherry, clove, cola, ginger, juniper, lemon, molasses, nutmeg, orange, pepper, obviously, plum, prune, raspberry, root beer, rum, tomato, and vanilla. So, I suppose somebody should probably make a video where they try to recreate Dr. Pepper using those 23 flavors. That's an idea. Don't you steal that. Now, it's widely known that medical professionals use their titles for capitalism to expedite their earnings. I mean, look at Dr. Phil, who's pretty much the only example I could think of. So it's believed that Dr. Pepper initially got its name because of the trend that products with doctor in the name implied that they were healthy without actual proof of that. I mean, it very well could be true, because apparently you can drink a Dr. Pepper a day for 90 years and live for that long, guaranteed.
She credits at least some of her longevity to a Lone Star State favorite.
Now you're drinking Dr. Pepper right now.
That's exactly right. That stuff is good. It's got sugar in it, and 2 doctors have told me that if I drink it, I will die, but they died first.
Please note that stylistically and legally, there's no period after the doctor in Dr. Pepper, so please don't make that mistake ever again. Thank you. On the pepper side of things, there are many theories about where that comes from, including the belief that one Charles T. Pepper, awesome name by the way, was the doctor that gave Alderson his very first job. But it's also possible that he granted Morrison permission to marry his daughter. There are no records that the two of those people ever lived in the same city, and his daughter was only 8 years old when Alderton moved to Waco. But remember, businessmen are kind of gross, so either theory is pretty much equally likely. Me personally, I think that it's because the secret ingredient is jalapenos. But I'm no food scientist. There's a lot of pent-up tension between Dr. P and Coca-Cola, seeing as the former assumed the latter on multiple different accounts. Perhaps it's jealousy. I mean, I'd be jealous if I invented Coke and the other guy invented Dr. Pepper. Perhaps it's jealousy, but let's talk about that. First, they sued Coke for $750,000 in 1951 because 6.5-ounce Cokes were apparently sold below cost and were a restraint of trade. In 1969, somehow the two managed to put their romantic differences aside, and Dr. Pepper managed to get distributed by the Coca-Cola Bottling Company of New York. So that's kinda nice. Then they sued Coke in 1972 for infringement on the Dr. Pepper name when they introduced Peppo, a direct competitor and alternative to Dr. Pepper. Soon after, they renamed it to Mr. Pibb with a period, which remains my least favorite non-medically licensed alternative to drink when they only carry Coke products. The Pep merged with 7-Up in the early 1980s after they were both acquired by Hicks and Haas. In the 1990s, there were some odd legal arguments about how it's a pepper-flavored drink and not a cola. So in 1995, the Federal Trade Committee blocked a merger between Coke and Dr. Pepper, good, since there were concerns about them having a monopoly on the pepper drinks. This is freaking bogus, since there will never be anything like Dr. Pepper. And how dare they ever even put it in the same category as Mr. Pibb? That's a completely separate beverage. In 1996, they were involved in a case against Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboys, Nike, and NFL properties, and others since they violated their exclusive marketing contracts with Coca-Cola and other people. So there's like a lot of drama here, folks. Dr. Pepper is certainly a drama queen, but that doesn't mean I don't still love it. Cadbury Schweppes acquired Dr. Pepper 7-Up in 1995, and then they switched the company into an independent one called Dr. Pepper Snapple Group. Try saying that 10 times fast. Dr. Pepper Snapple Group. Dr. Pepper Snapper. Okay, it's actually a little bit easier than I thought, but I'm still not that good at tongue twisters. In 2018, Keurig acquired the Dr. Pepper Snapple Group for $18.7 billion and renamed it Keurig Dr. Pepper. And that's pretty much brings us to where we are today. But wait a minute, we've only covered the original Dr. Pepper. What about the spin-offs? What would Harry Potter be without Fantastic Beasts? Or what would The Big Bang Theory be without Young Sheldon? And what would Young Sheldon be without Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage? And what would Friends be without Joey, 2004? Many of the varieties of Dr. Pepper are self-explanatory, but as I run through these, I'll stop on some of the more interesting and retired ones, so you can learn a little bit more about those forgotten flavs that your lips have never had the joy of touching. That was a weird line. I wrote that? Dr. Pepper, Diet Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Pepper Zero. Caffeine-free Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper Red Fusion. Red Fusion was the first special flavor of Dr. Pepper, released in 2002, and described as a mostly cherry with some berry and vanilla notes. It was quickly discontinued in 2004 due to declining sales, but you can't disagree that that name is metal as hell. Dr. Pepper Cherry Vanilla, Dr. Pepper Berries and Cream, Dr. Pepper Cherry, Heritage Dr. Pepper. Released in 2009, Heritage was basically the usual thing, but instead with a cool vintage bottle and actual sugar instead of high fructose corn syrup. Kinda like this bottle, but not this bottle, because I bought this in Walmart like a week ago. Dr. Pepper made with real sugar. Made with real sugar is basically the same thing as Heritage Dr. Pepper, just released in 2010 with the intent to make even more money. Both were only a limited time thing though, so that kinda sucks. Dr. Pepper 10! Essentially, this was Dr. Pepper's attempt at making a healthy beverage. Dr. Pepper 10 was meant to be a 10-calorie drink with a very masculine vibe to it. The 2011 ad campaign advertised it as not for women, which is probably the closest they could have possibly come to getting canceled. Somehow it stayed on the market for 7 years, which is probably even more surprising than the can looks. And these commercials, I mean...
And Dr. Pepper 10 is our soda. It's only 10 manly calories, but with all 23 flavors of Dr. Pepper. It's what guys want, like this. You can keep the romantic comedies and lady drinks. We're good. Dr. Pepper 10, it's not for women.
Dr. Pepper Vanilla Float. Dr. Pepper Dark Berry. Dark berry, I can't really figure out what a dark berry is, but it's apparently, it's meant to taste like black currant, blackberry, and black cherry all mixed together. This flavor was released to promote Spider-Man Far From Home in 2019 and later Jurassic World Dominion in 2022. Dr. Pepper Cream Soda. Dr. Pepper Strawberries and Cream. Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut. Dr. Pepper Blackberry. Diet Cherry Chocolate Dr. Pepper. Diet Cherry Chocolate starts off the final three, and it's possibly the most unique limited edition flavor of DP. The taste is described as similar to Canfield's Diet Cherry Chocolate Fudge Soda, but I've never tried that, so I can't really confirm. It was only around for about a year in 2007, and unfortunately never again, so I may never be able to taste the joy of this flavor. Dr. Pepper Energy. Released in 2017 only in Germany and Poland. Energy is just the good stuff with some extra caffeine and taurine. I can see the appeal for sure, but the same can be accomplished by just drinking 3 Dr. Pepper cans, which I think is more enjoyable and I also definitely recommend, especially before your shift in the morning. Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Cherry Crush. This was a 2025 limited edition flavor in the United Kingdom, so us Americans will probably never have to suffer through the experience of having this slop touch your face hole. One Redditor described the flavor saying, it starts off kind of soft, almost cotton candy-like, but then BAM! Cherry medicine. I don't think I want to try it even just a little bit after reading that, but now that I think about it a little more, I definitely do want to try it because gotta catch 'em up. Dr. Pepper Snapple Group, Dr. Pepper Snapple Group, Dr. Pepper Snapple Group, Dr. Pepper Snapple Group, Dr. Pepper. Today, Dr. Pepper remains as the second highest selling carbonated soft drink in the US, right behind its ex-lover, who will not be named. While it has its ups and downs, it has now cemented itself as the most delicious substance in the entire Milky Way. And with any hope, this educational dive into the past can cement myself as the next Dr. Pepper spokesperson. So thanks for watching. If you feel informed, then perhaps you'll think about subscribing. Comment below with your favorite variety of DP, and let me know if you're considering cracking open a cold one after watching this video. I know I'll have another. Perhaps another video for you as well? Check it out, man. It's very informative, and I do recommend it. This guy knows what he's talking about. And this is bubbling, so I'm gonna get to sipping. You better get to clinking.